Bout number 2, and into the ring comes the Hypnotist. This man is shrouded with mystery. Not a lot known about this man at all. Any comment, Tim?
Well, I happen to know this chap because I've seen him wrestle before. He is awesome. His powers are incredible, they're mysterious. You'll notice that captivating Carol, who's carrying his crystal ball behind him, holds most of the mystery.
Well, what is that crystal ball? I mean, can you explain that?
Well, the Hypnotist spent a lot of time abroad. In fact, he's known to have gone to Kathmandu and studied hypnotism. And from there, he's brought that back into wrestling.
So he actually uses his powers in the ring?
He does, and we've held 1 or 2 inquiries about this within the AWA, and 1 or 2 wrestlers have been upset. But he considers it a legitimate move to be able to hypnotise people in the ring. Now, what do you think about that, Tricky?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a wrestler. I'm used to speak from a position of authority about this. Anyway, we can see him come in the ring, and obviously we're going to see a demonstration of his powers. Rocky Stone is still lying there prostrate in the ring. I don't know, presumably the ambulance men will be removing him, but the Hypnotist appears to be moving over that way. I don't quite know what's going to happen here. Rocky Stone obviously can't remain there during the bout. Maybe you can take us through this, Tim.
Well, I think we're going to see something incredible now. I think we're actually going to see...
There is the ball.
The Hypnotist bring Rocky Stone back to consciousness.
Well, I don't think we've seen anything like this in a wrestling ring before. Look at that, the amazing example of the Hypnotist's powers. He raises Rocky Stone to his feet. I mean, that's quite incredible. Rocky Stone was out for the count. He's now been up on his feet, and he looks perfectly okay. He seems to be recovering.
Now, weren't you absolutely astonished at the speed at which he was able to manufacture that particular move?
That is quite incredible. I mean, really, what opponent would stand a chance? And who is his opponent tonight on the bill? I think it is the Terrible Turk, who will soon be coming into the ring. Do we know much about the Terrible Turk?
He's vicious. He is vicious. He also has a very vicious manageress in the shape and size of Luscious Laura, not somebody
very mean, a very mean reputation. But there have been rumours, of course, that he's not actually totally in shape at the moment.
Who, the Terrible Turk?
That's right.
No, I wouldn't say that was necessarily true. I think Luscious Laura has been whipping him into shape over the last couple of months. In fact, I know they've been out of ringside for a couple of months, and she's taken him away to a private retreat in Switzerland in order to bring him back into shape. She's absolutely convinced.
And here they come into the ring. There is the Terrible Turk, led by his manageress, Luscious Laura, and...
He's mean, isn't he? He's mean.
He's mean, but I'm not sure that he's in the best conditioning that he could possibly be. I think he tends to take his opponents rather easily. He's convinced of his own ability, but I think he's going to have a tough time against these supernatural powers of the Hypnotist tonight.
It may well be that's the case, Tricky, but it depends on whether or not the Hypnotist feels he needs to use them. Sometimes he comes in the ring and he wins just through legitimate moves.
I see. We can see the crowd, they're not really...
They're enjoying Luscious Laura, aren't they? I mean, let's be fair, we are concentrating a bit on her at the moment, but wouldn't you do that, Tricky?
Well, I certainly would. She's quite a girl. But it's wrestling is what we're here for today, and there is the Turk, and the crowd aren't liking him. The Hypnotist, I would put the Hypnotist favourite, but actually the Turk is looking in better condition than I thought.
I think he looks fabulous, Tricky. He looks fabulous. Those biceps, those forearms. I see we're back on Luscious Laura again. And, in fact, she looks fabulous as well.
Oh, and they're straight off. Hypnotist posting the Turk. There, we can see this again now.
This is and he's switched it. That's a marvellous move. Obviously, the Terrible Turk wasn't expecting that reverse posting.
Oh, we can see it there. And he's straight to the stomach. There's a forearm to the stomach.
He's asking the crowd now, should he follow up with a number of forearm smashes? There they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I always find that rather a salutary lesson for the crowd.
It's straight over.
Stomach.
It could be an early fall there. No, the Turk managed to get him off. I find
Let's
the
have another look
Turk
at that.
style a rather dour style in the ring. He doesn't really endear himself to the fans.
I don't think he's followed that up quickly enough, Tricky. If he'd followed that up a bit quicker, I'm absolutely convinced he would have had the Terrible Turk out of this ring and out of this match within a minute of it starting, and he'd have taken Luscious Laura back with him. And all that work they would have done in Switzerland would have been a total waste of time. Terrible Turk's following him up now. He's going for a body press. He hasn't got it. No, he's rolled him off. He's pushed him back. This isn't looking so good. Oh, and
that's quite vicious.
That's not good news for the hypnotist. He may well have to resort to his powers, I would have thought. He looks to be in a lot of trouble already.
A lot of trouble, and surely this is an opportunity for him to go and use his magic ball.
Vicious
posting there that really must have knocked the stuffing out of him.
Do you know, I don't think he looks so fit, the hypnotist. He looks a bit worrying to me.
Well, yes, I think you're right.
I've heard rumours that the amount of money he's been earning has obviously caused his lifestyle to change somewhat. In fact, he's looking for early help from the crystal ball.
Is this something he does just when he's in trouble?
What, the crystal ball?
That's right.
It is, and he's gone for it very early in the match. I don't think he's fit. I think that maybe we ought to call a doctor ringside and check this out. I think those heavy head blows have already caused him.
Up to his usual substandard.
That was hurt. That definitely hurt him.
And there you can see the crystal ball, and his assistant is calling him over.
Captivating Carol.
That's right.
And he's gone for it earlier on.
And he's gone for it. And now his life, I think, is in this ball. You can see he's gained some kind of awesome power here, and he's moving over to the Turk. And what is the effect on the Turk? The Turk looks completely captivated. Luscious Laura, and she's into the ring. She doesn't like this. She believes it's against the rules, and she's startled the Turk back to his feet. And he came back in with a
forearm smash. He wasn't expecting that. He's going to need to go back to that ball for a lot more power. Now, you see what I mean there about that move? I mean, do you think that was legitimate or not?
Well, I think it gives him a slightly unfair advantage. But the Turk seems to be coping quite well. As you said, the hypnotist is not in that good shape at all. He's looking, well, rather large.
He doesn't look as if he's trained that well over the last couple of months, I must admit. But
right.
Knowing he's got those powers, maybe he's over-reliant on those powers now. Maybe that's his biggest problem. And there's a knee drop. He's got him.
Oh, that's very vicious. The Turk is actually working the hypnotist very well. He's going for it. He's going for it now. 1, 2, and the hypnotist managing to push him off.
He's still obviously got the power. He's got enough to force him through. But I must say, the Terrible Turk's looking a lot better since he spent this time in Switzerland.
That's right. The hypnotist.
Why is he called the Terrible Turk, Tricky?
Well, I believe the rumours.
Oh, he's following. He's following. He's going for the reverse. Kicked out.
Well, there have been rumours, of course, that he was part of the secret police in Istanbul. Whether these are correct, I don't know. There are only rumours, naturally. But he's always lacked two things to get to the top. Talent and ambition, so they say.
Well, I think that's a bit tough on him. He's looking very good. That's a big drop. He's fallen badly. He's pushed him right over the top of his shoulders. He's fallen down on the rope. Luscious Laura isn't happy about that at all. She thinks it was an illegal use of the rope. And I think he's going to throw him out. He's throwing him out the ring. He obviously doesn't feel he should be in the ring with him. That's fair enough. That's fair comment, because I don't think the hypnotist is fit enough to be in the ring with him, personally.
No, I think you're right.
There's a contretemps. The referee is... she's followed up, I think, the hypnotist. She's gone for the scratch on his back, which nobody noticed, which obviously the kids noticed ringside. And he's gone to the ball.
And look at that. And she's totally frozen to the spot. Totally frozen. She's come
under the spell. And the thing is, can he make that happen with the referee? And he has. The referee stopped counting. This is incredible. The whole crowd have been silenced here this evening in the De Montfort Hall. We are watching something rather spectacular. The hypnotist has used his extraordinary powers.
And look at the arrogance of the man, the way he strides round the ring. He can take his time. He knows he's got the battle won. I mean, do you think he's going to try and finish this off now, Tim?
Well, I think he has. I think it's tantalising power through his fingertips that allow him to do this sort of move. This is what we looked at. We investigated this, we've looked at past tapes, and we absolutely believe that the power is emanating from within inside the man. So therefore it is legitimate.
That's right.
You can't really argue with this. This is legitimate wrestling, and I think he's done it obviously through training. The training that he had in Kathmandu.
Tim, this is amazing. The Turk is completely down. The hypnotist is taking his time.
He's brought the referee round.
That's right, and he's going
to go for a count. He's going to do it. He's going to finish him off. I think it's all over. Referee's unsure of what's happened. 1, 2, 3. It's all over.
All over.
There's the
once
ring.
Again. The Turk, the terrible Turk, well, terribly beaten. And there's it. Awesome power. Awesome power. Maybe he doesn't have to be in shape. He doesn't have to be in shape to win. He can just rely on his powers. He takes the applause of the crowd. He wakes up Luscious Laura, and he's striding around. That man, he owns the ring.
I'd like to see the Hypnotist take on Psycho Spartacus.
Oh, I think he'd have a tough battle there. And already they're complaining. Once again, the rules have been brought into question. Luscious Laura is complaining, but there's no answer. The referee has given his verdict. The winner is the Hypnotist.
She may well be calling for an inquiry.
I don't think it's going to happen. The Turk is complaining now. The whole fight has ended in controversy, but the result remains the same. The Hypnotist is the winner.